Happy Super Bowl week.
Super Bowl 47.
Super Bowl XLV1 MCV11.
Yes,
to
thank
you,
you.
Team Mac.
I have to say I'm not pleased.
Well, you are from San Fran.
I am indeed. That is my hometown.
Some people call it San Francisco.
And
the
we call
49ers.
The people from San Francisco call it SF.
SF. Fran.
What you will get your head beat in for is calling it Frisco.
Why would someone call it Frisco?
Because they think they're being clever and cool.
Oh, San Francisco. How do they get Frisco?
Frisco.
So they're just like, they skip a syllable. You know what? Let's call it Melbourne.
Yeah,
instead of Melbourne. Let's lose a syllable.
Let's just call it me.
Let's just call it me.
M-E. And let's
lose the second half of the word. And hey, we're being clever. We're being hip. We're being cool. Think I'm awesome because I've just cut syllables out of the word.
Have you ever been up to Snee?
No, I haven't. But what I really like is Din.
Yeah, Din's good.
Isn't Din good?
Din's got a nice waterway.
Have you ever been to Western Owl?
No, I haven't.
Western Owl is really pretty because it's all the way into the west of Owl, and it's really good weather there.
Okay,
everything's always.
Have you ever been to Nan?
I haven't been to Nan.
You live in Nan, yeah? You live in Nan.
I live in Nan. I do live in Nan.
You live in Nan.
The Nawa. I call it the Nawa.
Oh, Nawa. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's Nari Warren for everyone playing at home. Nari Warren. Team Mate does this thing where he calls it Nan. I call it Nawa. But
anyway, back to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. That's what we're talking about. The
my team had a crushing blow. Up to this point, they were 5-0 in Super Bowl plays.
I don't know. Kaepernick.
And
Kaepernick, however you say
Kaepernick, he's a fucking good runner, man.
Isn't he got great tattoos?
I love it. His arms are massive, dude. He looks good. He looks good running. He's a good runner. I don't want to make the show about sports today, but let's just say we watched the Super Bowl together. We went down to the pub.
Can I be honest with you? I have some sports stuff to bring
up. Oh, no, that's cool.
On.
As long as we're not just shooting.
Is that okay?
I just don't want to be the pub guys talking about sports. But, I mean, if you're going to bring some comedy into it, I'm happy for you to do that.
I'm bringing some comedy into it, but there is going to be some sport-themed things.
Okay, then.
Lots of sport
okay. Yeah, you didn't tell me in the production meeting that
we don't have production meeting.
No, I know,
we sort of just talked
if we would have had one.
If we had
I probably would have vetoed that idea, but go on.
We would have discussed it if, and then we had, no, but we don't do that, though.
But we're here anyway now, so let's do it. Let's just go with it.
Off the cuff. So when we come back, what we got?
When we come back, I'm going to talk about a recent news story that just transpired yesterday, and just riff off that a bit.
Let's rip away.
See you in a moment.
Damn, girl. Take your seats. Take your seats, everyone. You
working it. Look at that Mexican wave. Look at the Mexican wave going up there.
We're getting excited. We have a lot of fans. We have 3 to 4 fans.
3 to 4, and then we fill in some sound effects. We know you love the sound effects.
80% of that is real people, and then obviously
we fill in the 2.
We can't get enough people to make that sort of noise. Obviously,
no.
Who can? Who has that many fans?
I mean, please,
no one.
Go on, Peter.
That's stupid.
Hey, I wanted to bring up a little news story that transpired. Actually, was brought up in yesterday's news. I thought it was kind of funny.
We're all about yesterday.
It's not really funny. I mean, it's a serious topic.
Okay.
I think it's funny only because the level or lack thereof of celebrity in this person to get this much exposure.
Sure.
Did she really deserve it? So I'm talking about, you probably all know, Chrissy Swan.
Chrissy
or Cron for those who like to abbreviate things. Now, for the overseas listeners, Chrissy Swan is kind of a B/C rate celebrity down here. She was on Big Brother.
She's on Big Brother.
The first Big Brother series, I think it was.
She was annoying. She was very
annoying. She's a very large woman. She then went on to some minor fame, and now she's currently got a TV show called Can of Worms.
Can of Worms.
And she's very popular. She's got 2 children. She's pregnant with a 3rd. Here comes the drama.
Here comes the drama. Who's the dad? Who knows?
Well, we will touch on that.
That's not the drama?
We will touch on that. That's not the
drama.
She's been outed as being
lesbian.
A smoker.
Smoker, of course.
And not of the cock variety. She's actually... And not a lesbian, no.
Not a lesbian.
She's been smoking cigarettes during her pregnancy. Claiming that she cannot quit, and she's had 1 to 2 cigarettes per day every day of her pregnancy.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, and that's clearly, she's going to get a lot of bad press on this.
So what she's saying, she's come out, she's had a press conference, and she's like, hey, listen, I'm Chrissy Swan, I'm Cron.
Yeah, she didn't have a press conference. She was outed. There were some photographs that were taken over from some paparazzi who, God, these are low-paid paparazzi to be taking pictures of Chrissy Swan.
Bored. They were taking pictures of people of stuff behind her.
That's right.
They caught her in the photo.
She was using the latest iMac.
Yeah.
They thought, she's got it. She got it from overseas. Let's take a picture. Boom, she's there smoking.
Let's get this German tourist and just sort of take a photo.
Exactly.
And, wait a minute, that's Chrissy Swan.
That's a money shot.
She's smoking. Hasn't she got a kid? Yeah, she's got a kid.
She's got 2 kids.
She's got 2 kids.
Got 1 in the oven.
She's pregnant. She's quite large.
So she's sitting down, she's saying, hey baby, to her baby.
Hey baby.
Let's have a party.
She's on the innards, she's like, hey, who's interested in some tobacco?
And I thought it was...
Little hand comes up.
That's right. And she had the courtesy to ask the child whether you wanted menthol or full strength. I think she went with the 16 milligram.
I mean, you've got to teach the kid really early on to have their independence.
Go hard. If you're going to commit to something, go hard. Go the whole hog.
Okay.
If you're going to smoke, do the hard shit.
She's really teaching this baby a really great life lesson.
Absolutely.
From the start.
Yeah.
From the start. Harden up. All right, harden up. Get out of my belly. Start your own fucking life.
Fuck yeah, dude. As soon as I cut this umbilical cord, you're walking.
You're gone.
You're out of here.
Here's a pack of ciggies. Here's $40.
Yeah, there you go.
Have a great life.
Smoke up Johnny. Now, some of the other things that it made me think, because she's like, I feel really bad. I apologize. I know it's bad for my baby. What other things are bad for your baby?
What other things are bad for your baby? Have we got a list coming on?
Might have a little list coming up.
We've got a list because I've got a list coming up for later on as well. So.
Yeah. Can we unofficially make this episode 21 the episode of lists?
This is the episode of lists.
This is the list episode.
Well, let's on that. Episode 21 generational. What have I got? I got lists. We got lots of lists. List of things and different topics. So that's my little
okay.
That's my little subheading for this.
That's excellent,
episode.
Man.
Yeah.
So
I regret doing that straight away.
Do you? No, it was good, man. It was good.
I regret doing
that. The deaf listeners are still there.
I feel like I didn't loosen my throat enough before I did that.
Look, we'll get something down there next time to loosen that bad boy up. Now, spread it open. Some other things I thought would be bad for a pregnant woman to do.
Talk to me.
So I actually did some research on this. What are bad things for what's going to harm the baby? What's not a good thing to do? And number 3, one of the worst things you can do is to date Matthew Newton.
Date Matthew Newton is a horrible way to start any child's life. It's
not a good way to start that child's...
just bring it into an unhealthy environment,
not a good thing to be dating Matthew Newton.
Did you do your maths homework? No. Pow.
Yeah.
Punch to the face. Did you do your maths homework the week later? Yes, I did, Dad. Pow. Punch to the face.
Yeah. Go ask your mother. Mommy said I could. Oh, really? Pow.
Pow.
No, that's not what your mother told me.
And that's him punching the dog.
That's right.
He's just punching things.
Dude, the Springer Spaniel is like, he's hating life as well.
Exactly.
Everybody's hating life.
Everyone's hating life. Don't bring him in that environment.
Yeah, so... that's one bad thing for a pregnant woman to do. Another bad thing for a pregnant woman to do, and this one is kind of directly. This is specifically toward Chrissy Swan. Okay, one of the worst things she could possibly do is to have her baby shower at Dane Swan's house. Okay, so I thought this would be a really bad thing for her to do. And why would that be?
Dane Swan being an AFL footballer.
That's correct, yes. Party drugs.
Lots of party drugs.
So
he's covered in tattoos.
Not to mention the fact that he could potentially be that child's father.
He could be.
So where do you go with that? You've got the baby shower going. All the ladies are gathering around. They're giving presents. In walks Dane. He's fucking high on cocaine.
Are Dane's mates there as well? Are they
Yeah,
gonna be with
totally.
him? I mean, that's just dangerous.
His entourage. Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have a massive party.
The football's going to be all around the lounge. It could hit her in the belly.
A vase could break.
Yeah, that's right.
Think about the things that aren't the obvious things. You know, you got to think
correct.
You got
That's
to
true.
think about the secondary things.
True.
Vases could break.
That's true. It could land in the microwave oven. Pop. 30 seconds is all it takes.
It could be a hilarious, string of events.
This is right.
That lead to someone falling through a window or something.
Exactly.
You never know.
So that's why Chrissy, please don't have your shower at Dane's.
Damn you, Chrissy, for even thinking that.
And I think this next one, the number one worst thing that a pregnant woman could do, and this was an overwhelming, outstanding, worst thing you could do, and that was listen to generational podcasts.
That's a really great point.
Yeah,
that's not a clever thing to do.
No.
Anyone under the age of 15, keep listening. Sport-themed episode is what this is.
Yes.
T-Mac. I want to bring up another sport thing.
Yes, okay.
Essendon Bombers are an AFL football team. They've been in the news a lot over the last 2 days. Do you know why?
Suspected doping.
So pretty much the whole team, and I love the concept of this because the players had no idea they were doing anything wrong. The team itself was injecting these players with supplements and drugs to make them bigger, stronger, faster.
So I don't know the whole story. What do you mean the team itself?
Okay, so what happened, right, is you've got this fitness coach called Stephen Dank.
Okay.
He's this dude. He's this wacky fitness dude that was hired by Essendon to be the fitness coach for the team, right? So he's like, you know what? I'm going to make these motherfuckers fit, okay?
Right.
By injecting them with random drugs, making them sign a waiver saying that it's not Essendon's fault if anything happens to them, experimental stuff, and stuff that could be illegal and not allowed in the AFL.
But what did the players think they were being injected with?
Well, they didn't really have a choice. It was almost like...
So he just said, line up, come into my office, everybody's getting an injection.
Everyone's getting an injection.
And they had, were they told like it's a vitamin injection or something like that?
It's a supplement that's going to...
So they had no idea.
They had no idea. Illegal. They were told that it was legal.
Wow.
They were told that, no, it's right on the borderline of legal.
Okay.
All right. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna feel great. It's gonna help you sleep. It's gonna help you run faster, longer. It's gonna make you bigger. You're gonna feel amazing, right? Just sign this little waiver that say that if you die, it's not our fault.
How stupid do you have to be to sign that?
And they're doing it, and it was almost forced upon them. It was forced. It was mandatory for them.
Okay.
Anyway, so this guy's in the media at the moment, Stephen Dank, as this crazy mad scientist, fitness freak, right?
Yeah.
He was fired by the Bombers last year.
Okay.
Before the Bombers, he worked with the Brisbane Broncos, which is a rugby team in Australia.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was injecting the Broncos with calf blood.
What?
Calf blood.
Calf blood.
As an experimental supplement.
Is he just some wild, fucking crazy scientist? Thinks so. I'm going to try something new.
He's the mad scientist of sport and fitness, man.
Battery acid, come on in.
He's the Christopher Scott of sports science.
What the hell?
Where
did he get the idea for calf blood?
I don't know where his name is. He just watching documentaries and he's like, that animal was nice and quick.
That's a quick animal. Can we get some ferret blood in here?
Let's get some
These
ferret
guys are really edgy, really neurotic.
I want these guys to be able to breathe underwater. Can we get some whale blood? Yeah. We need some whale blood for these boys in case it rains. We need some whale blood.
Keep them warm.
Keep them warm. Get nice and blubbery. Getting blubbery. So I thought to myself, hey, let's do some research. Let's find out some of the other wacky things that Stephen Dank injected the players with.
And here comes the next list of the day.
This is list of the day. Stephen Dank is a crazy scientist. He injects players with all sorts of things. I did some research, that's me, Joshua. I'm in Generational with T-Mac. And this is the list of Stephen Dank's crazy things that he injects players with. I'm not a songwriter.
No, I love the ending. Because you were done, then you just went that bit further. You went that further. I saw the audio bar go to the end and then re-loop, and I knew you were not stopping.
I hit E minor, and I'm like, I'm not going to waste this.
No, definitely let that ride.
I'm just going to keep going with my E minor.
Let that ride.
So this is the list. So I did a bit of research. I did do a bit of research.
Yep.
This is 100% factual.
Yep.
100% factual. Had a look into some of the things that Stephen Dank also injected into the Bombers, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, as if they would even, not ask the question, these players. So,
exactly.
So here's some of the other things. The first thing that Stephen Dank injected into the Bombers, sea monkeys.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Wouldn't it have been cool?
Hell yes.
What he thought was, you know how they sort of came to life when they hit the water?
That's right, yeah.
Or when they hit the bloodstream. Blood is like water, pretty much. They come alive in the bloodstream, and then they start going, and then all the things that need repairing, the sea monkeys almost become like a slave labour.
That's excellent.
For the players.
That's brilliant. It
starts swimming around, fixing muscle, repairing shit.
No wages. Done.
No wages. They don't get paid. They feed it for blood.
Fucking the sea monkey.
Sea monkeys.
Combatant. Beautiful.
Great.
Excellent.
Well,
I like it.
Stephen Dank thought quite highly of himself. He injected the Bombers with his own semen.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Was that through a hypodermic needle or other methods?
It was raw.
Okay. So you injected.
No needle necessary.
Everybody wait outside. One at a time, enter my office and leave.
Can you wait 20 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. 20 minutes between
20 minutes between appointments.
Yeah.
Come into my office and you're going to get your shot.
Yeah. Can you check the leg on my desk here? I think it's a bit lopsided down there.
Boom.
Hi.
Bam. Oh, hello. Yeah. Open your mouth. Close your eyes. Get the hose out of get the water out of the hose. Here we go. The third one. Usain Bolt's blood.
Sorry?
Usain Bolt's blood.
Yeah, Usain. Is he a track guy?
He's a track guy. He's the fastest man in the world. Usain Bolt.
Usain, yeah.
So they thought, get a bit of his blood. They flew it in from Jamaica. Injected it straight into the boys.
And thereby you bypass the doping thing too, because has he been allocated
he hasn't.
as doping?
He's clean.
Okay. Because why wouldn't you just get the blood of a doper? Like maybe get Lance Armstrong's blood.
Oh, man.
Bypass that doping process.
Because it goes straight into the blood.
It's already in his blood. Boom. You got the doping blood. And then you can't get busted for doping that way.
I'm sure we know the rules. Yeah. I'm sure that's how the
I'm
rules
across all the athletic rules.
And that's your thing.
Dude, I studied athletics.
As a hobby. As a hobby. Yeah. That's kind of your thing. Next one, Usain Bolt's semen. So he's starting to mix different ones at this point.
Now, did he do a mixture of these two and then inject that mixture?
Yes, he did.
So that you could pop it in a blender, get a bit of froth happening.
Stephen Dank was crazy.
Yeah,
Stephen Dank was
mad
crazy.
scientist.
He probably tried that. I wouldn't put it past him because he was kind of a pioneer.
Was Dank the guy? Was he in Back to the Future? Dank?
Dank was he was the guy with the
Christopher
Scott fella.
Yeah,
Christopher Scott.
Christopher
Scott.
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd
Scott.
Who's Christopher Scott? You said that. That's I think he's the coach for the North Melbourne Kangaroos.
Yeah. Cool.
See how it's a sport theme?
It is. It's total sport theme.
Next one, Usain Bolt's sea monkeys. So again.
Does he already have sea monkeys of his own?
Apparently Usain Bolt has sea monkeys.
Okay.
And he's like, well, the sea monkeys didn't quite work. Maybe I'm missing a factor.
Why can't our sperm be like sea monkeys? It would just make things so much more fun. Because the women, if they happen to get a pearl necklace of sorts, they'd have instant pets. You know what I mean?
They can start petting them and stuff.
Fully.
You know what would be great if you had a kid and you're like, oh, you want a pet, you want a dog. Well, we're not going to
get a
dog. Straight into a cup with a bit of water in it.
There's your cup. There's your fucking pet. You better feed him.
No, fuck off.
If you don't feed him, I'm not taking care of this thing.
You better clean up after him as well.
That's right.
You better clean up after him.
You got that rag?
And I'll give you mine. You got a pet. You got a pet. Another one that he tried didn't quite work out the way he thought. Heroin.
Oh yeah, that's tough call on that.
Yeah.
Right. So he injected them with heroin, and were there any games played after that?
Yeah, this was right in the middle of the season.
Okay.
So he's sitting down in his sports meeting. I assume he had a couple of assistants or people that work under him. Hey Stephen, what do you think this week? What should we do to get the boys really rumbling?
H.
Let's get some H.
Let's get the lady in.
Let's just.
Did they?
Heroin.
Did they probably take the rest of the day off after those injections, or
some heroin?
Guys, we're gonna have a short practice session this day. Everybody come in, get your injections, and then just go in and just have a lie down.
Just chill out, everyone. Just chill out.
I'm gonna put on this Istanbul guitar music.
You're gonna love it.
There's some couches out back. Have a lie down.
Let it soak in. Stephen, what are you injecting us with? It's heroin.
Yeah. I like the sea monkeys better.
Yeah, the sea monkeys are a good idea, but I'm doing heroin now. The next one, he's like, I don't think they have enough electrolytes. Let's inject them straight with Gatorade. Alright?
Okay.
It's all good enough to drink Gatorade.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just get it straight into the bloodstream. Let's
Why
get
not?
the electrolytes in there. Gatorade into the bloodstream.
Straight to the vein.
I thought that was an interesting one.
Definitely.
Another one, needed more protein. Filet mignon.
Oh, okay. So that's interesting. Again, in a blender?
Blended it up.
Blender filet mignon.
To a near fluid consistency.
Wow. Okay.
Where you just put your finger in it and it just sort of rolls off your finger.
Nice.
Alright, filet mignon, straight into the bloodstream again.
And I've heard that the marbling, the more the marbling in a blender, the better, the more it froths up, the better it'll actually react to the bloodstream. So very nice, because it actually works with white blood cells. So
Well, that's what he was thinking.
The marbling, absolutely.
Because you also, as a hobby, you did anatomy as well.
No, I did physiology and I did scientific meat study. So
as a hobby,
and zoology.
And here's another one, quite an interesting one: sea monkey semen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So This was actually.
He was a mad scientist.
He is
a mad scientist.
Okay, some people see the outer layer of things.
He's ahead of his time. Maybe
some people see the second layer. This guy went right to the core.
This is Nobel Prize-winning science, man.
You know what I mean?
I mean, look at this. Now, I need to know, how did he go about extracting the semen from the sea monkeys?
It cost the bombers millions. Millions of dollars. But he got like 4 ounces of the stuff.
Jesus.
So, sea monkey semen, he basically got in there. He's a very hands-on kind of guy.
Yeah.
Alright. You had the pliers, you had the tweezers.
Yeah.
Alright. He had some little sea monkey porn.
Yeah.
And he sat down with every one of them and had a D&M with them. Got them comfortable.
I wonder if there's any of that sea monkey porn on YouTube. Can we check that out later?
How about we check it out right now?
Let's do it.
We'll be right back.
Hey dude, I got a Gen X thing to bring up. Now this is Generational, and welcome to Generational, by the way. For
Generational.
New listeners, Gen X meets Gen Y, and everything goes awry. Bridging the gap. Gen X, haven't spoken about Gen X in a while, and I noticed, I just thought of something because you play the lotto.
I love the lotto.
This weekend's lotto is $21 million. $21 million. I play on occasion. And when you buy that ticket, you start dreaming. You start dreaming, what will I do with my life? How will my life change? I'll have all this money, I can do anything I want.
Anything I wanted.
Quit my job, just go out and do any fucking thing I want.
Get more jobs if you want.
So I thought, what are the Gen Xers going to do who win the lotto? $21 million.
That's a good point.
What would Gen Xers do with their free time?
Because they've already done it all. They've been working for 20 odd years.
That's right.
They've got a family, they've got a house.
Right.
They've done what they have to do.
Exactly.
What do you do with your money?
Exactly right. So you've got all this money. And not just what would you do with your money, what would you do with the time? Because time buys you money. Money buys you time. Is it time?
Money.
The more money you have.
Money and time.
Money changes everything.
Your
a stitch in 9.
Generosity.
Saves time. Time is money. So what's money again?
14 cantaloupes.
Right. So something like that.
Yeah,
exactly. So that's what we're trying to get across. Here comes another list. This is a list episode, the sport-themed list episode.
It's the list episode.
Here comes the list of lotto winners in Gen X. What will they do with their time? I never sing, so I'm shit at this. Just sit back and listen to this list right now. Thank you. Thanks very much.
That was great.
Okay. That was so the first solo song I think I've done.
It was so good to watch someone else do that.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Did you like how I put the music on for you?
I did. Thanks for that music.
Got you back.
So these are the top 3 things that I think Gen Xers would do with their time if they were to win the lottery. The number 3 thing, and I think this is on all Gen Xers' mind and all the lists that they need to do, they want to get done in a lifetime, solve the Rubik's Cube. Now, we've all got a Rubik's Cube sitting there with 2 sides done, maybe 3 sides if you studied the handbook a little bit back in the 80s. No one has really gone that distance except for maybe the Chinese.
Yeah, but they have a lot of time.
And these guys are doing it one-handed and in 5 seconds. Not unlike...
Zero, like sometimes with their feet.
Yeah, right. So that's, I think that's something that Gen Xers would certainly strive to finish. The second thing that I think that the Gen Xers would do if they were to win the lottery is follow their favorite 80s band reunion tour.
Yes, that's a good point.
You see it all the time. You see your favorite bands from the 80s. Suddenly there's a reunion tour. They're out to make the big bucks.
Bam.
Why not help them out?
Straight away.
Follow them around the world, follow them around the country, what have you. Go to your favorite. I personally would probably follow Devo.
Oh.
They're one of my old school favorites.
Il Devo?
Not the French version, or is that Italian? Oh, that's
the Italian version, yeah.
Italian. Did they really have...
Il Devo is like an opera group.
Oh, okay.
Is that who you're talking about?
No, it's not.
Wow.
No, I'm talking about the famed flower pot head wearing yellow suit garnishing synth band from the 80s. Popular for their song Whip It, which is probably their worst song ever. But great band live. I would follow them.
Slightly different to Il Devo.
A little bit different.
Slightly different.
Now, the number one thing we're coming to for the Gen X Lotto activities, if they were to win, if they were to win, and I'm pretty sure all of us would do this. All of us Gen X, dedicate our lives to streaking.
Dedicate our lives to streaking.
That is
fantastic. Because you'd have so much time in your hands. You'd be happy. You'd be so happy.
And in the 70s, streaking was a big thing.
That was huge.
Everybody, and you know what streaking is.
It was in its prime.
You know what streaking is.
Take your clothes off, run across.
Take your clothes off, run off a sporting event, whether it be the World Series baseball game. You'd have girls running out with their giant knockers out to kiss the pitcher. You'd have a naked man running
with his giant knockers.
Sometimes. Through a preschool, whatever.
Through a church. Sunday Mass. Straight through Sunday Mass.
Swing it right through it, right up to the pastor. Get some.
Amen.
So I think that's get some. That's
what else can you say?
That's it. That's my list for the top 3 Gen X things they do if they won the lotto today.
Had so much time on your hands, need to do some things.
And that's
quick BFC update.
Okay.
BFC update. Alright.
BFC being?
BFC, Best Friends Club.
Joshua's Best Friends Club.
My little crew, my little gang.
His little posse.
BFC update. Okay, so just last weekend, last Saturday night, one of the BFC members met a girl at a certain club in the Melbourne area.
Yes.
Went and stayed the night with her in Williamstown.
Okay.
Which is right on the other side of the city for us. It's a
little seaside, little kind of seaside community type of thing.
In the western suburbs. We're from the southeastern. Yeah,
Peninsula.
Exactly right. So he slept at a house because she thought that her parents were going to be away.
Okay. Yeah.
Come over. We'll do our biz. We'll have some fun. Yeah. And then you can bail in the morning. Yeah. Great fun.
Okay. Yeah.
So he goes over, has his fun. They sleep. In the morning, first thing in the morning, the door opens up. He thought it was her little friend. He goes to tell him to very kindly go away. But when they open the door, it's both of her parents.
Oh, nice.
Both of her parents walk in the room. He's only wearing undies.
That was my next question. Yeah.
He's near naked. She's also only wearing undies in the bed. The bed's ruffled up.
Of course.
Okay, so hilarious. Her and her parents start having this big argument in front of him. They're fighting, they're yelling in the bedroom, and he's just laying in bed in his undies, soaking up the atmosphere.
And they weren't getting in his face at all.
They didn't get in his face at all.
Wow.
They were hating on her because she had a guy stay over or whatever. He's innocent. He's innocent in all this.
How awkward to then leave the house afterwards. Did he go out the window?
She said, "I'm so sorry about all this. Apparently it's her fault." And he left and picked her up from the train station. BFC update. BFC update.
Well, mate, I don't know how you're feeling, but I'm feeling pretty good. I think it was a good episode.
I feel good, like just about myself right now.
Just like, it was a list episode. We had some lists.
Very sport themed.
I got a bit lyrical.
I think we should mention at this point that the wallet passport photo giveaway was won by Andrew Else.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that.
Andrew Else. So he's
how many entries did we get? We got several slogans.
We got a lot of emails. We got a couple of Twitters, a couple of Facebooks, but the winner was Andrew Else. His slogan was, "All right, lick my ear hole," which I thought was.
I liked that one. It took us. In fact, that was nearly an instant winner. As soon as we saw that, we kind of. Sorry, guys, we kind of put the rest of them away.
Yeah, it was
a really good one.
It just sort of left of center for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Left of center for me.
And what will Andrew be taking home?
So he takes home the picture of the little fella that's in my
Maven.
Maven Town. So he'll be taking that home. So we'll
and if you want to sulk, you can see that picture on the Facebook site that was posted there.
So you absolutely.
And we'll also we're going to have a photo with the winner, Andrew Else, with his winning photo there too.
So that'll go up there. So wow.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody for listening today. As usual, go to iTunes and subscribe to iTunes. Subscribe to the Generational feed on iTunes.
Give us a rating as well. Give us a rating.
Definitely give us a rating.
Review. We want to hear what you think.
Tell us what you think. Rate us. Keep listening. Get on Spreaker. We're just about at 2,000 listens on Spreaker, so we thank you guys very much for that.
Damn, girl. You know what else? I want people to like our page on Facebook.
Yeah, like it.
If you like us, like the page.
Like it.
We want to talk to you.
Like it. And I also I got an email from one of our fans because I had mentioned the fact that I was a writer last episode, and she said, "T-Mac, where can we get your writing? Where can we read your writing?
Where can we get your writing?"
So I just wanted to let her know. It's if you go to redbubble.com and put in Tim McDonald, you'll find a few of my short stories up there. Probably about 12 to 15 of my short stories up there. You can read those. Leave some comments on that too. If not, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
Leave it.
Don't
worry
leave
it. That's up to you.
Otherwise.
We give you the information you need, and then you take it from there.
But get in touch. Let us know how you're feeling. And until next week.
Ole! Generational.